Hi folks, this is just a relatively short video. It's essentially a shout out and a recommendation for those of you who like to watch YouTube vids, like I do. And I've known a guy called Todd from Todsstuff that some of you will immediately know who I'm talking about. I've known him for a few years. He's traded at Fight Camp, the event that I run, and I've bought stuff off of him, and you know, I've chatted to him and so on and so forth. What I didn't realise was that he has a YouTube channel, so it's kind of crazy. But I just started watching some of his videos today, and he's got some really good, useful things on there, and I suspect that a lot of you who watch my channel will be really interested in what Todd's got to say as well. And the great thing about Todd is he makes a lot of these objects. So in fact, some of the daggers I've shown in previous videos were Todd-made daggers. And he makes absolutely excellent medieval daggers. But the other thing he's quite famous for making are crossbows. And he has lots of really, you could say almost unique experience of recreating medieval crossbows. And he does comparisons between crossbows and longbows, and he gives an overview, and he gives detailed explanations of how they're made and why they're made that way, and also the differences between medieval crossbows and modern crossbows, because they are quite different, particularly in the length of the power stroke, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll soon find out when you start watching his videos. But Todd has done some really, I would say it's almost groundbreaking research into how medieval crossbows actually work and their strengths and weaknesses. And I have to say that historians, unfortunately, historians write a lot of bullshit in history books. In very highly regarded and very academic history books, they write a lot of bullshit about weapons and warfare because they don't really know anything about weapons or warfare, and they tend to regurgitate the same old garbage over and over again. When I was an archaeology and history student and specialising in arms and armour and warfare, I really, this was so frustrating because I was constantly trying to find authorities on the subject of weapons and warfare, and finding that different respected historical authors, who in every other way were pretty, good and doing good research, seemed to just regurgitate the same crap when it came to weapons and warfare. So really, people like Todd are really valuable to the community because they are actually looking at the archaeological surviving examples of bits of these weapons. They're recreating them, they're looking at the artwork, they're reading the sources with a new and better informed view and perspective so that they can harvest more information from the sources. And then they're giving, for free on YouTube, they're giving videos on what they've actually learned about how these weapons really work. So I'll put a link below this video to Todd's Todsstuff YouTube channel. Please go and watch his videos and subscribe to him because he's got lots of very interesting and useful things to learn. Cheers!